service dog. So this happened a while back. I have PTSD and anxiety. Outside at the time. I was at a restaurant walking down an aisle with the fabric. I run it at her, and I hear a woman say, very loudly, to her son, "Oh, you just love that dog?" But she said this, "Let him pet your dog." I turned around and said, "Oh, sorry, you can't pet her. She's a service dog." She was wearing a vest too. Oh my, can you just let her pet her once? No, ma'am, I'm sorry. Your son cannot pet her. She bites other people. I finally got a look at this woman's son, and he's about 3 or 4. Come on, she won't bite him. She placed her child in front of my dog. "Doggy, doggy!" Her son went to pet my dog, and she snapped at him. I pulled her leash to stop her. Ugh, why do you have such an aggressive dog anyway? It's a service dog. Oh well, my son has autism, and I think he likes that one. I stared at her like she was insane. I felt my knuckles automatically tighten around the leash. No, ma'am, she was trained to respond to me. She's very protective, and she'll hurt him. No, she won't. She'll learn to behave around him. I imagined it for a second. A giant black Newfoundland, twice the height of her child, walking around with him. Just like she wouldn't bite your child. I'm sorry, ma'am. Your kid cannot pet her or have her. But he needs it. If your kid needs a service dog so much, get a dog registered yourself. But it'll be too expensive to get a dog, and get training, just give me yours. If it's too expensive to care for your child, he probably doesn't need a service dog. Goodbye. I turned to leave, and my dog, Sergeant Fluffles, yes, my younger brother named her and the name stuck, led the way to the register. We were in line when she caught up with me and grabbed the leash from my hands. My son needs your service dog. I can't pay for one myself. And I paid for the training. Please never take my dog away from me again. I tried to take the leash back, but she handed it to her son. I took it back and he started crying. Look what you made my son do! How could you? I felt an anxiety attack coming on and my dog started growling at the woman. She backed up and picked up her son. Make your dog behave. She's just a dog. S is allowed to pet her. No, he actually isn't. Yes, he is. Just because you have some stupid flashbacks or cry yourself to sleep or whatever doesn't mean my kid can't pet your dog. At this point, one of the employees came up to the woman and told her she was causing a scene and that she should leave me alone. She yelled at them, saying that she wouldn't leave until her son could pet my dog and that the employees should stop. I left the fabric at the store and my mom drove me home. I haven't been back since, and it's the store. I'm usually there only asking where I was, and I asked if they had, but I feel my hands shaking just typing about it. Sorry for the long first post, but I needed to get that off my chest. Entitled Mom Doesn't Want to Pay for her food because it was made by students. Hey, so I found this
Why is my aim so bad? My aim literally sucks.
Up through a YouTube video. Thanks, Q-Star. And I immediately thought of this story. It happened about 2 years ago, so the details are kind of vague. I just filled up the gaps with what I think happened. Sorry if I make any mistakes. English is my second language. Okay, so this happened in my school back when I was in 10th grade. In German schools, there's this thing called Elternabend, Parents' Evening, where the parents can talk with the teachers about how their children are doing in school. Our school always offered a buffet, nothing too big. We had coffee, cake, and bread rolls. At this evening, which was made by the 10th grade who got to keep all the money they made, when this event occurred, I was giving out coffee, controlling the register, and a girl who I didn't know too well, because I didn't have classes with her, was giving out cake and bread rolls. Everything was relatively cheap, so we got lots of customers. One of them was EM. At the first, she seemed nice, just like every other customer. Hello, 1 coffee please. Me. Of course. EM then starts doing something on her phone. Me, trying to get her attention because she didn't tell me if she wanted milk or sugar. Excuse me. EM ignores me. Me, louder. Excuse me, ma'am. EM noticeably annoyed. What? Me. Do you want milk or sugar? EM. Yes, of course. I don't know what she wanted exactly anymore. Even is that important? I don't know. I then hand her coffee and then she shouts over to the girl next to me, "Oh yeah, and a bread roll for my son." The girl hands her the bread roll and EM walks away. At this point, I'm kind of annoyed because she's looking at her phone and didn't thank us, and then the girl asked me if she handed me the money. I had exactly forgot about that. Thankfully, she noticed. Me, shouting, "Excuse me, ma'am, excuse me." She turns around. "What do you want?" She comes over. Me, "You forgot to pay." Ian, "What do you mean?"
It has the things you need to do the thing.
Pay. I then point to the sign we had up, which stated our prices. I'm not paying for something that was made by students. School shouldn't cost anything, so why should your food cost anything? I'm stunned because I never even thought that something like this could happen. I don't even really know what to say. Thankfully, the girl steps in. "I'm sorry, ma'am, but we spent the whole day making this food, and we bought the products ourselves. You have to pay." "Well, why? You're students. You're making this as a school project, right? I don't have to pay you. You don't get paid for writing tests either." "Ma'am, this isn't a school project. We're making this voluntarily and to earn money. Also, you see the sign? I thought that sign didn't have anything to do with school." I'm laughing internally, of course. We don't get any people from outside the school. Ma'am, we don't really get any people from outside the school. I'm sorry, you'll have to pay." "Well, I don't believe you. Also, even if others have to pay, I can get it for free because my son is so good at school. Always gets straight A's." I know this is really cliche, but she really said that. I decide to step in because the girl really doesn't know what to say anymore. "Ma'am, I'm sorry, but if you don't pay, I'll have to get a teacher." "I don't care. I'm in the right here. Go to the teacher with the money." She then walks away to the tables. Everybody was staring at her already. Me and the girl share a confused look, then I tell her. Me, "I'm gonna go search for the teacher." I searched the whole school for about 10 minutes, and I can't find anybody. They're probably all talking with parents, so I decide to go to the third principal. He's really cool, and everybody loved him. The other two principals weren't as nice. I knock at his door, and thankfully he's present. I come in and tell him about
You
"Show me
are
where
just
she's sitting.
camping
I'm
the
gonna go
door.
and
Good
talk
job.
to her." Me, "Okay." So I take him where she's sitting, and he tells me to wait at her stand. They start having an argument for about 5 minutes. I don't really remember. They're not shouting or anything, but they do raise their voices from time to time. After they're finished talking, 3P comes back with the €2 that she owes us and says, "It was really hard to convince her that this isn't a school project, but I think she believed me in the end." But then hands us each €5 out of his own wallet and says, "Because you had to put up with her." Me and the girls smirk at each other and continue working. EM didn't even apologize, and I didn't even see her anymore. My children should be able to take your brother's wheelchair. My brother, let's call him Hayden, broke his leg in January, so when we went on our annual trip to Disneyland in February, we were given a wheelchair for him. We immediately went to our favorite ride, Splash Mountain. After getting to the front of the line, we got on and left the chair where we were instructed to. My whole family was laughing about how scared my mom was. She was on sabbatical this year and it was her first time, but as soon as we see that Hayden's wheelchair is gone, we either shut up or bust a blood vessel. My mom got up first and asked what happened to my brother's wheelchair. I was very young, so this is obviously paraphrased. "Mom, where's Hayden's wheelchair?" Worker, "Didn't you already take it?" Even if I could figure out what happened, while we waited for it.
Hey, how's it going? Ever heard about this game called League of Legends? Well, you're hearing about it now. Check it out. Each game you get put into a team of 5.
Alright, loading it.
To be found, we were given a replacement wheelchair and a lot of apologies from the staff at Splash Mountain. They eventually found her, and then when we asked why she took it, she said, "Well, my kids were tired, so I thought if nobody was using it, then I could have it." She got kicked out and but surprisingly understanding on why. She knew she was a piece of shit, and I can't even tell if that was good or bad. Parent of a kid I'm teaching got mad that the kid wouldn't pass when she only showed up once. You know the deal, first poster here, on mobile, etc. I'm a freshly baked ski instructor, and I have my first group lessons every Saturday for the past 5 Saturdays. Now these aren't normal group lessons. Usually group lessons are from Monday through Friday. I get paid 20 Swiss francs an hour, and these group lessons, however, are on 5 Saturdays in a row. So they're paying me 30 Swiss francs an hour. Now these kids are from private schools, so the parents already expect me to treat them like royalty all the time. The daughter, let's call her Stacy, one of the mothers, EP, only showed up once. So naturally, when it came to me filling out the booklets for the kids, they all have booklets so the parents know at what level they are and what they have to learn next. I couldn't give her any points out of the available 4 since she hadn't been practicing as much as the others. This meant she didn't pass. So I was just chilling in the office, filling out a form on what happened all those Saturdays, when EP comes in. EP to the woman in reception. "Hi, I'm the parent of Stacy. Where is Jim? I want to talk to him about something." I hear what she said, and I come up and ask if there's something wrong. "Yes, there is. You didn't give Stacy any points in her booklet." Yeah, that's because she only showed up once out of the 4 times. I can't give her any of those points since she doesn't meet any of the requirements for them. But I paid for the lessons. You have to let her pass. Now, this is the thing. None in my group passed. And you usually don't at that level. I was teaching. All the kids that received the booklet were happy with the rating, and they showed up this full 5 days. I'm afraid there's nothing I can do. I have already filled the report with my boss, and even if I wanted to, I can't change anything now. After that, she threw a fit on how it was unfair that his daughter was the best in the group and she should have passed, and she noted no one cared about her learning. So she left the office. I had a good chuckle about it and finished up my report. Yeah, so everybody, if you enjoyed today's video, this was something completely new. I had a lot of fun reading stories. If you guys want more videos like this where I just read posts and you don't want any commentary to listen to like you're eating food or playing a video game or doing homework, I can easily do that. And go ahead and subscribe.
behind it. I'm running behind it.
All of my uploads. And thanks.
Like, bruh.